Let's talk marketing. That's your background. You are also the CMO for this venture. It seems like, and I want to hear your pet peeves, like, in the startup space, there's always the tech guy, there's always this guy, but there's rarely the marketing guy. And, yet when we see these huge successes, it's because of sick UX and fantastic marketing. If you look at all the things that have come out of, say, an accelerator like Y Combinator, Airbnb, or these names. So what do you see? And is that something that you're constantly thinking about for the next 14 weeks about the marketing aspect, which probably gets left behind?
Yeah, I think our program is quite well-rounded, and I've worked hard to bring in Wolf Olins and also Edelman on the PR side, so that our teams get exposed to that kind of stuff. And I bring in Jam has been doing our social media workshops, and so we try to make sure they get that kind of exposure. In 14 weeks, and we were doing 12 weeks now. We've moved up to 14 just to give it a bit more air, But there's a lot to cram in, and you can't do everything. But I think just trying to get some of the basics, because you're right, these teams tend not to have any of that marketing experience. Occasionally you'll find some that do come from a marketing background, but and they can help each other in that way. But yeah, it's a big deficiency, But a couple of the teams I've done some work with, because I used to run like branding workshops and naming workshops and things. So a couple of them were really struggling on how to articulate their brand proposition, and so I spent a few hours kind of helping them get a brand wheel and working through. And the other week, one of our teams, I was helping them with a name, with getting in, finding a new name. So we did a brand wheel, and then we did some name storming, and hopefully they're going to use one of the names we've come up with. But so I try to kind of dust off my old skills every so often and help the guys out if they need help.
How can anybody sign up, publish an event, and start selling tickets in a matter of minutes? We love the notion of people gathering. We really thought about low friction. We want to be that cable TV of live experiences. We basically broke all the startup rules. It's fairly insane to go into a business venture with your fiance. My advice, to any 20-year-old or fledgling entrepreneur is to not listen to their parents. Do something really incredible.